We just want to say a huge thank you for your participation. We absolutely love to see you get involved. So the only things left to do now are to sit back, relax, have you got your munchies? And enjoy the show.
Hey everybody, welcome to Geeksvana Live, and thank you for joining us for this impromptu live stream, which we are very pleased to be bringing you. As per our live stream last week, I've promised to keep you updated with anything which does happen. Wasn't intending on this afternoon, but we've had a small piece of news, and it is a small piece of news, but every single piece of news is another brick which will hopefully move towards something close to justice and something close to people being held to account, frankly. Now, in our live stream last week, we confirmed that a number of organisations were varying from annoyed to angry, frankly, with Vernon for using their name without permission or after several removal requests. These included several leading publications and even a company who were formerly partnering with Extreme Flyers on the build of the drone itself, which was Neurala, who were now saying they would no longer have anything to do with the company, which is obviously, as we said at the time, a bit of an issue in terms of being able to move the drone forward, especially as it's now a completely different drone to the one that was before. You'll also be aware that Geeksvana, me, hi, Sean, remain confused as to how a misleading campaign video can still remain at the top of their page all through this time, giving the wrong specifications. And we're not just talking about, oh, we've had to adjust this specification, that one still says something, but specifications that, as we know, has been the huge point of argument as far as whether he intended it to be 12 megapixel, 5 megapixel, etc., and that type of thing. Well, sadly, once again, Vernon has used footage which he did not have permission to do. This included footage of our very own Ash from DroningOn. As you know, Ash is one of the channels who has reported on this particular subject before, and we are now able to report the following has happened. So the campaign page now shows the campaign video as no longer available. The video is no longer available due to a copyright strike claim made by DroningOn. Now, the idea behind this is, again, you know, if he won't remove the video, we will always find a way to do this. It has annoyed us to no end that this man has left the campaign video up there. I have an interview from him from more than a year ago where he stated that as soon as it was brought to their attention that they were going to do something about it. He hadn't done by the time I interviewed him, and he again insisted that something would be done, and it wasn't. So the campaign video at the head of the page is now gone, finally, this misleading video. We have a downloaded copy if anybody needs it for legal reasons for their UK small claims court action or anything else like that. Please feel free to email me, sean@geeksvana.com, and I can send you a copy of our own offline version. Now, the other factor to this for me is that for him to reinstate that video, I mean, there are ways to do it. There are different things that can happen. But to me, for anybody to put that video back out there would show that he is absolutely, knowingly, 110%, or we'll keep it real, at 100% misleading people and frankly acting in a fraudulent manner, because the campaign video is not and cannot be seen as something which can be reinstated today as a true reflection of the product which is being offered. So it'll be very interesting to see what kind of response back we get on this and what happens there. I've popped a link in the chat to Ash from DroningOn's channel. So if you wouldn't mind, everybody pop across there and support him as well. To me, this shows that the community, the droning community as a whole, so the YouTube creators, etc., we're not going to sit down and accept this, frankly. And, you know, even though you might not see, you know, videos from Ash from DroningOn on this subject and other bits and pieces, he is still working, as many of us are. We are still working on really trying to find any gaps that we can to bring any form of small amount of justice. And just the fact that that video is no longer on the homepage, as I refresh the homepage, you still get the little thumbnail of the girl holding the micro drone 4, which I'd still love to get removed, but anyway, because that's not the drone anymore. But now, once you click play, you do get the message which confirms that the video is unavailable and that the video is no longer available due to a copyright claim by DroningOn. Now, as I said, there are ways that this can be looked at. There are ways that this can be fought, of course. But for that, he would have to either produce evidence that Ash was in there deliberately and that Ash gave his full permission, or, of course, there are other ways around it as well. But to reinstate that video, in my opinion, in any way, shape or form, would be misleading, and I feel it is time that they actually pull their finger out and actually put a new campaign video up there which reflects the current status of the drone which is being produced, which frankly, as it's back in prototype stage, as we still haven't had another update, we have no idea. We have no idea what kind of stage, what kind of state that particular drone is in. So there is no evidence there whatsoever. Just very quickly, want to say hi to a few of the people who have joined us in the chat. Ian Marsh, keep chipping away, not much left until it all comes down. Indeed. And it's, this isn't a vendetta. I don't want to close a company. I don't want backers to not get their money back because this company folds or something along those lines. However, this has been going on now. Bear in mind, it is a year ago since I first interviewed Vernon regarding this, and he sat there. As you can go back and watch. There's a link, or there will be a link in the description after this video to our playlist of those interviews, and you can see Vernon quite happy to sit there and tell us that everything's happening, that we're a couple of months off this and a couple of months off that, and then shipping will be happening and X, Y, Z. And then you get the months and now nearly a year of updates of a project which has essentially fallen backwards at every single stage. And it just blows me away, frankly, that we can still be at this stage, at this point, and nothing has happened. Now, this isn't the end. We have more revelations coming up, including video interviews with former team members from Extreme Flyers and also backers who have taken Extreme Flyers to court and who allege financial intimidation through that process in an attempt to stop them going through with it, frankly. So, as I say, this doesn't exactly mean anyone's getting a refund in a hurry. It doesn't stop the campaign, etc. But at the very least, anybody else visiting the campaign page is going to have a little dig into, okay, who is this DroningOn, and then hopefully lead them to Ash's coverage and then Geeksvana's coverage of this particular case. I also note that when we took this screenshot, as you can see there, it is now at over 26,000 comments, which is just utterly shocking, frankly, because anybody that goes along to the Indiegogo Microdrone 4.0 page can clearly see the vast majority of those are complaints, and very serious complaints as well. So, as I say, we're not looking to cause issue to the backers in terms of this thing ending in a horrible way, but we're also not looking to sit back and allow more time, more space for the directors of Extreme Toys Limited, trading as Extreme Flyers, to continue to mislead people and not take action. If you won't take action, the drone community will take that action for you. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining Geeksvana Live, and I will see you all in the next update on Microdrone 4.0. We also, tomorrow, we have a new video coming out, which is me flying the new DJI FPV drone. You get to see if I crash it. Billy Carl gave me some very kind advice for that flight, which we've included in the video. And I saw Bill from Coast to Coast Drones in the chat earlier. He is also featured in the video as well in one of his previous live streams. But we will keep this coming. We will keep the pressure up. He is attempting at the moment to silence more and more of the backers on the comments page and on social media with blocking them. And the more he silences them, the louder we will get. Okay, guys. See you next time.
talking.